5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Ladies and gentlemen, this is it. It's the ROMELLO Marcellus show. The fly uncle you always wish you had. Bring them out. Here to give you every aspect of game from a real player's perspective. It's the biggest boss from business, entertainment, love, and life.
Had to find my inner power.
To fashion, etiquette, and current events. Major show alert. All to enhance the happiness already inside you.
Today is about the power of you.
Check it out.
You're now rocking with the best.
Here I am, God damn it. Here I am. Welcome to the ROMELLO Marcellus show. I am he and he is me. And yeah, it's another one. It's another one. Today is Thursday, all day long for the next couple of hours, man. And want to welcome y'all, man. We riding this out, man. We building something from the ground up. And trust me, believe me, when it gets where it needs to go, I'll remember all of y'all's faces and commentary and all of that good stuff, man. Because it is the grassroots things that and the grassroots people that makes greatness or helps to make greatness. Your extensions of love, your kindness, and your caring and efforts to help others, man, around us, because we are a village, man. Believe it or not, like it or not, we are a village and we have our differences of opinions, our differences of culture. Marcus Elliott in the room. Welcome, brother. Welcome. Our differences in beliefs, desires, all of those things, man. These last couple of shows, man, have been kind of serious nature, serious topics that affect people's future lives, man. Like last night, my heart goes out to all those who have been abused, man, and in any way manipulated through their childhoods, and even to now. You know, you carry that baggage with you, and you haven't been able to unpack or decompress from it, man. My heart, my prayers go out to you. I pray for your peace and your calm, man, your relief. Yeah, and for all those, man, that do that goofy shit. May a beat down come to you, to the 10th power, like old boy last night. He deserved every ounce of that ass whooping, and still have 12 pick his monkey ass up. Tonight is a different story, man, and we're still dealing with us, man, and the things that keep us off base or off track, man. I'm not going to hold it up. You know, I'm gonna allow some people to get in the room, but I'm gonna let it marinate. I'm gonna put the topic up, man. I'm gonna let it marinate while I do my administrative stuff, man. This is an interactive platform, and if you're online, man, send it to whoever you want to be a part of this conversation, man. Let's broaden the topic. Let's broaden the views. Let's broaden the conversation, man. Let's let folks know what's up, man. Let folks know we in here. We having these discussions, and you know, for all intents and purposes, man, it's a beautiful thing to gain and garner understanding and respect for each other's thoughts, views, and opinions and beliefs. It is called growth, man. It is called growth. Just know that I'm not in any way here to judge you or anyone. I'm here to gain understanding, man. This is therapy for me as well, because I don't know, just like you don't know. We're just trying to get through it together, man, and get some understanding as to what we should be working on in our own personal space, our own personal lives, whether it's our attributes, our growth, our money, our love life, our children, you know, you name it. Being better people all the way around. Tonight's topic, man. Matter of fact, let me type it on Instagram first. I mean, as well. There it is. If you're just joining me, the topic of the night, it's a lot of women who learn to love, or excuse me, a lot of women who learn to get fucked but never learn to love. And I say that in the deepest way. Um, there's a lot to that, man, mentally, um, connected to things that they thought. You know, in this day and age, you have black females who stated they want relationships with strong black men, but are not willing to do the work to change the way that they move and deal with a black man. I.e., when you call their bullshit, they intently state they're not willing to do the work, or they're irritated, or it is an irritant to point out not the flaws, but the best in you. You know, always room for change. And that goes both ways. If someone's stating something to you, man, in a critical nature, it's not always abuse, but it's the fact that they see a little more in you than you may see in yourself at the time. You know, I say if you want a relationship or anything in life, you have to be willing to do work to maintain it after you get it. Getting involved is the easiest part to do. It is the hard part to maintain it. It's the work. That's where the work comes in at. You know, it's like when you do things that you know are messy, you know you're doing something. You know it. You're the first to know that you're wrong. You're the first to know what you would be willing to accept or not accept. You know, let's say you get up and you go to work every day and your partner doesn't, nor do they contribute to anything that you're doing, your growth, your workout, your reading, your whatever, fiduciarily. That's not fair. It's unacceptable. So why should it be acceptable to anyone else that's dealing with you? You know? But here's a flip side to that. If you have a son, then deal with your son like you're dealing with a son. Don't deal with a man like you're dealing with your son. It's never going to work. Never going to work. I'm just trying to figure out where the ball was dropped. As of yesterday, the same thing was asked when you had a 14-year-old that was willing to jump in a car with a 30-year-old and ride around with him and then get caught. And at the same time, knowing that that was wrong, she was willing to defend him. Or excuse me, defend him. To keep the wolves off of him. Not following, not understanding that. But there's different aspects of this. You learn one thing before you learned another. I'm trying to understand how that lesson was missed. I thought that the mothers were the first to teach you to love, and the fathers taught you the other shit. But could I be wrong? I mean, I guess because the duality was placed there, the mother was on her man shit and taught you what we do, and then you never got what she's supposed to do because she wasn't doing what she was supposed to do. I'm lost. I'm trying to gain that understanding. This is why we're here. This is what makes us a village tonight. I want to share something with you, and this is not my opinion. This is not my view. You know, this is a woman's view, and it's just one perspective. And I just want you to see what you thought about it. Yeah.
I have over 180 members in it. Only about 100 of them are actually active, but it's really nice. I meet with them twice a week, and I have to go to every meeting because I'm the organizer. But it's really nice. I'm able to meet with women from all different walks of life, different lifestyles, different perspectives, different beliefs, and it's dope. That was purposely done because I did not want to just meet with a bunch of like-minded women, because one of my missions is to help elevate the mentality of the Black woman. If I just preach to the choir, I can't do that, you know? I need women that don't think like me, so that I can offer them a different perspective and offer them a different way of life. Because, like I said, the mentality of Black women is really important. Like I said 1,000 times, we raise entire generations and we set the standards for men to adapt to. So that's something that I'm doing. I'm with the sisterhood group. And at my most recent meetup, hold on, sorry. At my most recent meetup, there was a topic that came up that I feel like is really important, and it's something that I really want to touch on. So I want to talk about it. The topic was Black men choose white women over Black women because men think Black women are too, they said, masculine. They did that as if they aren't really masculine. And they're like, Black men think Black women are too bitter or too angry or too controlling or whatever. And they said, whereas white women are submissive and they're stupid and they let men do whatever and run over top of them, and they let men just sit around on the couch all day and spend up all their money or whatever. And a Black woman is not having that. A Black woman is going to tell a Black man what he needs to do as a man. And they were saying we have to be masculine as Black women because men do not protect us. They do not provide for us. They rather do it for white women. But when it comes to us, we have to be aggressive with them and fuss at them and yell at them to tell them what they need to do in order for them to do these things to us. Like, we have to raise them up. And so I listened to these women. I understood everything that they were saying, but I asked one of them if she could explain to me her situation, her personal situation. And she was like, yeah, her man, she said, my man sit around at home on a couch all day. He don't do nothing. He don't help me with no bills. All he do is get high all the time. And I be having to tell him, get your ass up off my couch. I be sitting in my house all day, every day. You help me. You gonna do things around the house. You gonna help me with these kids. You need to go get a job. And she was just saying, like, she said, sometimes you have to tell them, you acting like your damn daddy, you ain't shit, you ain't gonna be shit just like him, you need to do this, you need to do And so, as she was saying these things, she was kind of giggling, and the other woman in the room, you could tell that they were like, oh my God, me too. They were like giving each other a high five, like, girl, yes, me too. I be having to tell my man the same thing. He just like his daddy. He don't do this and he don't do that. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. And so I listened to them, and after they finished yelling and screaming over top of each other, because
is that what y'all do?
Women talk to each other. Whatever. After they finished, I said, it's not wrong to want your man to be a protector and provider. You're not wrong for wanting that. As a woman, all of us should want that from our man, because naturally men were warriors, they were hunters, they were gatherers. These are things that they did. They were protectors and providers. By nature, they're leaders and provided guidance and all of that stuff by nature. So absolutely, you should want your man to do that. And any man that does not have a natural instinct to do these things, can we actually refer to him as a man? No. So you're not wrong for wanting that. What's wrong, however, is your approach. You are not going to make a man change.
Nope.
You can, however, inspire change in a man, but you're not going to inspire change in him with the approach that you have, by being aggressive with him, by yelling at him, by telling him that he ain't shit, by pointing out all his flaws, by telling him everything that he does wrong, by belittling him, by disrespecting him. None of that is going to make him change. If anything, that is going to make him resent you and make him want a white woman even more. I never try to justify why men want white women, because I still feel like that's not an excuse, but that is just one of the reasons why Black men do prefer a white woman over Black women. It's not because white women are stupid and submissive. It's because you are disrespectful and you do not respect him as a man. Now, the next question I had for this woman was, did she have sex with her man? And she was like, well, yeah, of course, I still have needs. This is where I got a little irked and things got a little awkward, because this is the issue with the Black community, with Black women in general. You're going to sit around and talk about everything he does wrong. He don't do this right. He don't do that right. He don't protect. He don't provide. He lazy. He ain't got no drive, no ambition, no goals, no nothing. Yet he's in your house. You're giving him money to buy weed, and you're having sex with him. If you have no standards, what makes you think he is going to live up to them? You got to have standards first, honey. Why is he even? How do you even get wet for a man with no drive, no goals, no ambition, no nothing? How? Why are you even accepting him in your home? Why? Where are your standards? You know what I mean? And that is one of the issues. We allow these men to get everything that a good man is deserving of. Our attention, our love, our sex, our body, all of that, our minds. We give all of that, all this energy to these men that we say that aren't good men. But why? Why would you do that? Why would he change if he's already getting everything that he wants from you? It's no reason for him to change. You're not giving him a reason to change. You're giving him everything he wants, right? And then I had to just think about it for a second because I could feel the room was getting heated, but I didn't care. And I had to just be real. And the real fact of the matter is a lot of sisters do not want good men. They prefer these type of brothers that don't have goals, that don't have a good job, that don't have drive, that don't have ambition, that aren't good protectors, that lack in these areas where a man should be plentiful in. They go for these type of men instead of a good man because when they have this type of brother, they can tell him everything he's doing wrong. They can belittle him. They can disrespect him. And they like that. That's why when they were talking about it, they were laughing, they were giggling, they were giving each other high five. I'm like, yes, I talk to my man like that too. I can tell my man that too. They think it's funny because they like the idea that they feel superior over their man. They like feeling like they are in control of him. They like that position of authority, of power. They like being able to say, get the fuck up off my couch. I'm about to kick you out my house. You need to do this. You ain't shit. They like being able to talk to men like that. They like that. But if the role was reversed and they did have a good man, now they can't talk to him like that. They can't be disrespectful to him. Now they actually have to watch their mouth. Now they have to level up. Now they might actually have to be submissive. Hold up. That's one of the reasons why women prefer those type of men over good men. Because a good man is a man that is plentiful in all these areas where these other men lack. The brothers that you do pay attention to, they lack in these areas where good men actually have the stuff, you know, they have the goal, the ambition, the drive. If they don't have a lot of money, they're working towards it. You know what I mean? They are protectors. They are leaders. They provide guidance and all this, the knowledge and the strategic planning and all this other stuff.
My question is there any truth to this portion of what she's saying? That you don't understand or want a good man because you don't want to do the leveling up? Or is it because you still have this position where you learn to get fucked before you learn to love? And getting fucked doesn't mean the physical aspect of it all the time. It is the placement of people that don't mean you any good and you're willing to accept them based on whatever merits there are. That's the fucked I'm talking about. Because there are a lot of you out here who are not willing to do the work to be a good woman with a good man. A good man is not all about provision. He's all about other things too. The edification of you as a woman, the motivation, you know, all of that good stuff. But anyway, I'm going to allow her to continue. I just wanted to get some clarity. Someone said not true.
That comes with being a good, strong, masculine black man, they have all of this. So now he can actually turn around and tell you where you lack as a female, as a feminine woman. He can say, you're not feminine enough. You're not nurturing enough. You're not affectionate enough. You're not sexual enough. You don't have sex enough. You know, you're not sensual.
Say it, damn it.
Enough. You're not creative enough. You don't teach your children enough. You don't cook decent meals enough. You don't keep this house clean enough. And if a man tells you that, now, oh my goodness, he is controlling.
Yeah. See, that's that shit right there.
Yep. But it's okay for you to point out everything that a man does wrong. It's okay for you to tell him what he needs to do.
Say it again.
It's okay for you to point out all his faults, all the areas he lacks as a man, but a man can't do that to you.
Say that shit.
That is a problem with black women, and we need to stop that. It is a huge problem.
Say it again.
And a man that is a good man, he has standards. He's going to want you to do better.
Ain't gonna have me out here looking messed up.
Good brother to do better. He's going to want you to do better.
Damn right.
Because he has options.
Yep.
And that's another thing. Another reason why sisters don't want good men, because good men have options, and they understand that these women that
they ain't fugly.
These options, they're good women. But the brother that's not a good man, his options are not women. They're the type of woman that you would say are no competition, right? So you don't have nothing to worry about with him. You feel like he only gonna be with some type of bum.
Yeah. But it started with her.
But with a good man, he has some real good options. So you got to level up. That means you got to do some work with yourself. You have to change some things. You have to improve in some areas. You have to elevate. If sisters don't really, they not trying to really work on nothing. This whole feminist movement have made women
that
feel
right there.
Like they're just perfect. Nothing they
that
do
right
is
there.
wrong. It's all on a man. So when you do have a good man, that's like, oh no, you need to work on this. You need to work on that. They don't like that. Now they feel inferior. Now they feel inadequate. No, they like to feel like they're perfect. They like to feel like they're the ones in control. So that's why they go for this man that don't have nothing, that doesn't do all the things that they want them to do. They lack standards. And I'm not even gonna say they lack standards. They may have them, but they prefer this man that doesn't have everything going on. Because they just like being able to belittle him, and they like being disrespectful because they can't disrespect the good man. They can't talk down on him. And I don't think that a good man should disrespect or talk down on anybody, because my man is a good man. And if you ever talk to him, if he ever says anything in our relationship, he'll probably tell y'all that I'm a crybaby and I'm very spoiled, because I am.
She's sharp.
And just a few weeks ago, I just bust out crying because of his approach. And that's why I felt like the approach of women should not be harsh. The approach of men shouldn't be either. Because I just bust out crying. I was just like, you always focus on everything bad I do. You never talk about anything good I do. And I was just crying really hard. And he tried to explain to me that, like, a coach is not going to go horse for a player with no potential, but he's gonna go hard for that one that he knows is good, that he knows has something that can be better, that has something in them, right? And I have to tell you, I'm not a football player. I'm a woman with Felix, so. And he is changing his approach, but the reason that he does this is because he wants me to elevate. He knows who I can be.
Say it again.
And that's how good men are.
Say it again.
They want you to improve.
Improve.
It's easy when you have a bunch of yes men that's in a movement, a feminist movement that just tells you everything you do is right. And that is all on the man. But when you have a good man that's like, oh no, you should improve in this area. You can do this better. You can do that better. Let's elevate here. Let's work on that. As a woman, you need to do this. Because as a masculine man, he's going to have all the masculine area straight. He's going to need you to be feminine to balance
right.
out. Because full creative empowerment comes from both feminine and masculine together, not just a bunch of masculine. So you need to be feminine as a woman if you're going to be with a good masculine man. And so that is one of the issues that we have. Black women don't want a good man because they don't want to have to be feminine. They don't want to have to work on the things that they need to work on. They like being able to be assertive and hard and disrespectful and belittle people. And they want to be, they feel inadequate. So they want to feel like they're in a position of authority. And they enjoy talking to men like that. So I just want to put that out there. Stop saying that you want a good man when you know you don't.
You don't.
You know you don't.
You know you don't.
Just tell the brother that you're with, you know what, you can just be no good. It's fine. I'm gonna keep taking care of you as long as I get to talk shit to you. And he's not gonna change. He's not gonna change because by now he's learned to tune you out. He now knows that you're going to give him everything he wants and needs. All he got to put up with is your nagging ass mouth. So it's lost cause. You know what I mean? So if you really want a good man, you need to make some changes. And that's pretty much all I have to say about that. It's just a topic that came up. It's something that I know is very relevant in the Black community. I see it all the time. And Black women need to just stop doing that. You don't want a good man. So just stop saying that.
Just stop saying it. Well, I mean, I don't know. I mean, in most situations like that, like I said, it goes back to the topic. It's a lot of women who learn to get fucked but never learn to love. And the love starts with you. Do you really love yourself, or have you really learned to love yourself? Let me choose this asset, man. I need to let Instagram have this asset. But we're going to keep talking on this side. Just knowing that the investment that you make, it's like, damn. Let me see. Marcus said they take that as a belting to them. Sad issue indeed. Yes, it is. When you're trying to give someone positive reinforcement about the things that they're doing or should be doing or need to be doing to better themselves. Sometimes it's taken personal and offensive, and it should not be. She has, and she is on target. You know, I can't even back away from it. It's just like the truth about a lot of things, you know, and that's one perspective. But there are a lot of females who have different perspectives, and I'm not knocking theirs. You know, you got to stand on it. Matter of fact, here's one right here. Someone said, not all mothers were loving at all times. The mother wasn't properly loved either. So she inevitably perpetrates a cycle of raising children with a broken idea of what love is. Not because she wants to, but we tend to do what we know when we don't seek a better understanding. That's deep. That's deep. That covers a lot, man. I can't even. Wow. You know, when they don't know how to love, it's a travesty, because now it's like I always say this, and I've heard other folks say it too. It's like a clown, right? An ass clown. It's like a jug of milk. The jug of milk and the clock. You just turn the clock on that motherfucker and wait for it to expire. And what do you do with spoiled milk? You get rid of it. And this is what most of us are actually in the passenger seat, waiting for the relationship to either implode, explode, or expire, based on an individual who has not learned to love first, but learned to fuck, or get fucked first. So this is my I'm trying to gain understanding. What happened in the chain link that put one thing before the other, and it's still going on and going on and going on, and has gone on for eons, you know. And it's a shame that it's happened or is happening in this modern day, when we're supposed to have modern men and women, you know. I can't reiterate the fact that this is a travesty to me. If she would speak what she speak to the average black woman, the majority would call her crazy and a fool. We are ass backwards as a race. Say it again. Say it again. It's the fact that we're so selfish. We want everything to be about us, when the actual factual, it is bigger than any of us. It's beyond us. Most of us don't get the fact that what you're doing now, or everything you're doing as an adult, should be something that is going to live beyond you. And that is the way you teach your children, or those that are coming behind you, those that are watching you, and teaching yourself to be better, you know, in the midst of your growth, you know, your life. Why accept anything less than what you know is there and available for you or to you? I mean, you can see greatness in someone, and if you do, then, you know, you do what you have to do. Like she said, like a coach, you lose your voice trying to motivate and perpetuate that growth in the teammate that you have. That's you're a team if you're together, or you're supposed to be a team. So you recognize, you know. So it's like, well, what do you do? What do you do? I mean, do you sit around a woman and allow her to belittle you? Men, my brothers that are on here, would you do that? And how long would you do it if you're doing it, hoping and praying for change? If you're a good man, you don't have to. As she said, you got options. And usually your options are usually better than what you have at home and fighting for. But because you're loving and you're there, you won't seek those options until it's just you all fought out. How's that? What I find out more, man, and look, this is factual. In the side of divorces, when it comes to us as black folks, women file more divorces than men, and that will always be so. Wow. Standards, man. Standards are low on some of them. And when she says you have no standards, the standards means the standards for yourself. What are you doing? What are you really pushing yourself to do? Your goals, your drive. Yeah.
Where are your standards? You know what I mean? And that is one of the issues
Willie Lee, what's up, bro? Good to see you. West Coast. He says more men need to put out giving love than just wanting to fuck. Thus, the woman does not go stale and have a disconnect with her love. That's powerful. I'm going to say that again. Y'all need to hear this, ladies. More men need to put out giving love than just wanting to fuck. Thus, the woman does not go stale and have a disconnect with her love. That's powerful. But, bro, what I'm asking, or what basically we're shooting at, is the fact that most women have learned the art of getting fucked by standardizing the expectations of what they should receive going into something. Okay? When I say that is this, the average individual you meet is willing, they're expecting you to court them. Listen to the word, keyword court. And this is where most marriages end up, in somebody's court. Because you're doing shit that you're not going to be consistent with anyway. The availability to someone is basically saying, look, this is my life. This is who I am. This is where I go. This is what I do. I work out. I read. I pray. I do these things in the afternoon. I like to fish. I like to fuck. I like to shop. These are the things that I like to do. And if you'd like to do them with me, come on. He says they've learned the art of what we've been given. Hey, man. I guess it's a paycheck, because we all gonna get paid. I don't give a shit what you're doing. If you're a rat bastard or womanizer or whatever, your check is due. I'll get on board with you with that one. Yeah. But at the same time, like I said again, most of these women were damaged well before they got into the game of dating or seeking love. So where did they learn this from? Because they didn't learn it from us. They were already that way before they got to us. So when you're trying to impart positivity or positive things into your mate, and you are a good man, and you sound like you're a good man, he's a good man, how does that play out when you are imparting positive things in your mate? You know, this is what this conversation is about. You know, how long do we stay? How long do we deal with it? And, you know, for the record, let me say this to you. They may say, okay, we want other women, you know, that don't look like them or whatever the case may be. You know what? That's bullshit. We start there. But if we get tired of the shit and we feel that we're in a position to do better, we go and do better. And that has a lot to do with the raising and rearing. Kim says, if your standards are low, you will attract a man with low standards. Say it again, girl. You attract what you are. Most females do. Or actually, matter of fact, let me retract this. A lot of ballers don't want the popular chick. Let me say it again. A lot of ballers, a lot of good men, they don't want the popular chick. They want the one that's really no competition, because there's elements in her that provides security. Okay? So with that says, here's somebody who I can have a life with or build a life with, someone that I can have children with, someone that I can give my life to and I'll have my life intact when I need it back. Someone who's going to reach for me and I'm going to reach for them when they need. I can take them to the White House, or I can take them to a crap game, and I'm going to garner the same respect, the same loyalty, the same dignity, and the same value. Standards, as she said again. But they prefer this man that doesn't have her thing going on. Because they just like being able to belittle him, and they like being disrespectful, because they can't disrespect Say it again.
You can't talk down on him.
Nope.
You know, and I don't think that a good man should disrespect or talk down on anybody, because my man is a good man. And if you ever talk to him, if he ever says anything in our relationship, he'll probably tell y'all that I'm a crybaby and I'm very spoiled, because I am. And just a few weeks ago, I just bust out crying because of his approach. And
his approach was as a coach. He wanted her to do better in whatever that was. But like I was saying, when it comes to a man, and I'm speaking for me and a host of other good men who are cool, it's like, well, what do you hang on one second, let me see something here. Got a guest coming in. Hang on. Marcus says, my only out for a woman is that they may have been molested as a youngin', and they scared and uses sex for the norm. I received that. A lot of times that does happen, and that was kind of what we were speaking about last night. If you're already in that situation and you're fighting and battling those things, it's like, well, what do? You know, how do you get back, you know, from that? And most are acting out. Who many women have wronged you? Okay, how many? Excuse me. How many have wronged you, and time after time, you say all women ain't like that. And guess what? You continue to move forward, and yet you still experience, be it wrong, it hardens the heart. Then there's no love. You just fuck. So women do the same. I can receive that, bro. I can receive that, you know. But what I do say is this: it's just as we receive our guidance when we were younger, that a lot of times the females we deal with are not to be trusted. That goes without saying. The proof has been in the pudding, because I'll say this. A lot of successful brothers, a lot of brothers that have their stuff in order, has always been in a position based on their options to be the third man out. Let me say this again. Positive brothers and brothers who have had access and excess to things, a lot of times find themselves in positions to be the third man out. What that means is this: you can have, or a woman who has one of the couch guys at home, and she's always looking at the front door. Now, her heart may be with the guy on the couch, but her mind is overpowering or overriding the heart. This puts her in the mindset that she is going to reach for you. And when I say it means that she's going to reach for you in the manner that in her mind, she's not good enough for you. She's not strong enough, or she has shit going on at home, but she's going to get a fix. She's going to get a taste of you, and that's going to be her thing, her secret, and it'll get her by. You ever heard the saying where a woman will come and fuck you, and the whole time she's fantasizing about another? That's real. A lot of times she could be home with her guy, or excuse me, the couch guy where her heart is, and he touches her, but the whole time she's thinking about you. And I always say it doesn't take a minute to do what you're going to do. Well, it depends on who's up in it. But when you already know what you're going to do and the mission is there, you just go to accomplish the mission and you keep it moving. And trust and believe, these women who have learned to get fucked before they learn to love, they fly cold and colder as this ice in this cup, because they can turn their emotions and feelings off like a light until it's time to turn it on again and smile in your face and cry at the drop of a hat when they're found out. So like I said to you before, I guess when you said it, their heart hardens, our heart hardens. But here's the duality, and I got to put it out there. Let me say this right, because I don't want to get shot. I don't, all that. Give me a second. Dudes fuck for fun. When females do it, it's an attachment of some sort. There's always going to be some emotion, especially when the chemistry is proper. When it's there, it's memorable. It's something that I'm going to remember tomorrow, something I'm taking with me. And I'm willing to go home and lay in the bed with this motherfucker and masturbate to you, about you, over you. So you have to understand, okay? Yeah. My brother's on here, ladies. Y'all got your questions. You got to get them in. Brother said she's tired of looking at that man on the couch and giving him her heart if he's not worthy of it. Okay. But at the same time, bro, because of that, she's willing to go out and give her ass to the third man out. That means the man that she's wishing and dreaming and desiring. And in her mind, because she's made some fucked up decisions in life, she doesn't feel that she's ready or adequate enough to obtain that guy. Now, here is another depth to how deep the hole goes. Okay. Your position can be like, well, damn, I like him. But at the same time, he really likes her. But she never knows that, or she doesn't believe that he really likes her. So you got situations that'll drag on for years. And the whole time she's believing she can't have this guy and could potentially have something better. But now that has grown wings and sprouted into multiple dream guys or desires, or I'm gonna get you backs. The mileage on the car go up. What do? This is what I was saying. This is the question. A lot of ladies learn how to get fucked before they learn how to love. And when I state love, I wouldn't say we taught them that. I'm not their daddy. Nor are you. That started well before they received their wings to fly, most times. And you got to look at the majority rules. This is just brass tacks, bro. It's brass tacks. I can't negate the fact that we all have differences of opinion, but I look at the common sense theory of it all. You didn't just show up to me and be a motherfucking savage. You were already that. My position is, as I stated on one show, I want the facts. I want the whole facts. There is a song, man, that I love that Scarface put out. And might not be. Hold up, man. Oh man, bro said, might not be your daddy, but you want to be called Big Daddy. Yeah. Hey, I'm just trying to figure it out. But if you're just joining the room, man, the topic is, it's a lot of women who learn to get fucked, but never learn to love. And getting fucked, we're not really talking about the physical aspect of it, but the mental aspect of it, when we are willing to cheat ourselves out of our blessings, out of our true positions and status in life with the individuals or with people that we should be with. We're settling for, we're willing to settle for, So yeah. I can't call it, man. I can't call it. Who we got in the room? We got Big E 202 just joined the room. Kimberly Sweets 23. We got the Nail Picasso. She's joined the room. It's Kayla K. She's in the room. Low Key. T Low Key 1818 is in the room. Pisces 1977 is in the room. Trina 04 is in the room. Yeah. We got Unique Rare Find in the room. Love Mimi is in the room. I Love Mimi is in the room. Welcome. You got Lena Ray is in the room. Welcome. White Zach is in the room. Shout out. It's all love. That's what it is. Yeah. Sebring Properties is in the room. If you need something, man, reach out to him. Yeah. The Real Reader has just joined the room. Welcome. As a matter of fact. Yeah. Hey, man, we go a long way back. We both, come on, man. See right here, I can't be a part of this this conspiracy, but there's some truth there. Man, we out here, y'all, and we need to have this conversation. We need to have this talk. Yeah. If you're just joining the room once again, man, the topic is it's a lot of women out here who've learned things in backwards order. You put the cart before the horse on this one. And then we talk about respect and we talk about love, man. Where is the love? Because trust me, you didn't learn to love. Ladies, don't duck this wreck, because only y'all can give us this understanding. It's like the brothers we having conversation tonight. Matter of fact, hang on, let me see something. I'm like this, man. I mean, in complete gratis, man. Give me 1 second, y'all. All right, I'm back. Yeah, what age are we talking? I mean, as far as the women is concerned, shit. Legal. I ain't doing nothing illegal. There's no conversation at that point. Still children, still minors. Maturity level's not there. And that's downright gross. If you're just joining the show, man, once again, man, the topic is it's a lot of women who learn to get fucked, but never learn to love. The sister that was on the show was implying a lot that was missing and is relevant to the quote unquote modern day Black woman and what she's been accepting and requiring in her mate. But then the duality is the pawn off that we want other women, which is unfounded, because those women, trust and believe me, they're not reaching for the couch guy anyway. They've been bred to reach for something or someone that can bring something back on their side of the couch, or excuse me, on their side of the rope. For one, we're not considered prizes to them as black men. Okay? If you're just joining the show, the topic tonight, it's a lot of women who learn to get fucked but never learn to love. And we're not talking about the physical aspect of love. We're talking about the mental aspect of things that lead to the physical. You can't love anyone if you don't learn to love yourself, and you don't know how to love yourself. You can't love yourself, you can't love anybody else. Just know that, you have to take the time to do so. Yeah. And, yeah, man. It's rough out here. It's rough out here. What I can say is this. In life, man, we're going to learn one or two things. We're going to learn to love ourselves or not. And if we can't love ourselves, we can't love anybody anyway. We're just wasting time, and we're in someone else's way. There are people that talk about relationships. When they get into them, they look at the pause. You ever heard of the story of the Cyclops? The big giant guy with the one eye in the middle of his head. The story goes as this. They were a people, and they ruled the land and so on and so forth. And they made a deal with the devil. The devil said, I'll give you anything you want. And their wish was, we want to see the future. And if we are able to see the future, we'll do what you need us to do, whatever it was at that point in time. And he said, okay. But what they did not do is read the fine print, meaning they had to add the detail. So it's like God, when we make plans, you say, tell us your plan on me, tell me your plan, and I'll find funny in it, right? Because most of us, when we have these grandeurs or delusions of grandeur, we don't get into the work. We don't get into the computation or the details. Long story short, the Cyclops, they got their wish. The only thing they were able to see in the future was the time of their death. That's fucked up, right? But here's a double-edged sword. On the other side of the razor, because they knew the time of their death, the rest of their lives were lived fearlessly, without fear. We all going away from here, y'all. We just don't know when. The question is, how much time are you willing to waste of yours? Do you want to live fearlessly, or do you want to live scared? Do you want to be a part of it, or do you want to watch the parade go by? You can't have anything if you're not willing to push yourself. And if you're pushing yourself, you got to be willing to push others around you. It is the corporation of you. I mean, I said that sometimes you have to turn that business bullshit off. You're in a place of business, you push people and you treat them the way you have to make the thing work. But you turn it off when you go home. But then there are times in your situation where you do have to turn that on too. You have to treat people the way that you need to treat them to get them to do the shit that they need to do, i.e. shit or get off the pot. Meaning if you're going to be in the way, then I have to get you out of the way. If you're not willing to change or grow with me, you're growing against me. Now, let me say this, man. Y'all could have been anywhere else in the world tonight, and I thank you. I truly thank you for being here with me. When I started out doing this show, man, still one of my biggest shows was on February 15th this year. And the topic was, have you ever been ghosted on Valentine's Day? I've seen the ebbs and flows of this show with viewership and so on and so forth. But there's been some consistent people. I know who you are, and I will recognize you in my own way. Trust and believe me, you will know that I know that you've been here. I'm doing this and I'm doing it organically. A lot of people can do things and they do it where they want to imply bots and do all kinds of shit to boost things. I'm not willing to do that. I'm willing to work for it. But when I do throw some money behind this, you know that, those that know me, I don't half-ass do anything. It's going to be grand. So I just want to be sure that I have this part, the work, down first. The work. I don't want to do this and then cut and paste and give y'all some watered down shit here and there where you're watching clips and pieces of other things that I'm throwing together to get you to watch me. I don't want to do that. I'll do recaps. Yeah. But every day I come on here, I go live. This is not easy. This is not easy at all. I do it because I have a passion for it. And most things anything I set my mind to and I keep my word to, I'm going to do it. So with that said and done, don't let anybody tell you that you can't do something. Do anything and everything you set your mind and your heart to. And in all you're getting, get your understanding of what it is that you need to have to make you a better you. People may jump on and tell you you're crazy as fuck, but you know what? You look at them and you tell them, hey, they thought Noah's ass was crazy until it began to rain. So keep pushing, keep thriving, keep striving. And in parting, never has so few owed so much to so many. I love you all. I deeply love you all because we are a community and we are together in all that we do. And as I always do at this time, I bid you a wonderful, wonderful evening. Oh, tomorrow's Friday. So won't be on. As I said, Sunday, during the weekend, during the summer, be giving breaks because I know people are out and about. But be back Monday. And the topic is there. It's called used versus new. Yeah. You married or getting married, or you have someone that's loved or of a love interest, and you're looking at the individuals, and this is from a man's perspective. She wants a $6,000 ring, $25,000 wedding, $50,000 car, $500,000 house, and all you getting is some used gushy. The math is off. Somebody's got to come and talk to me. On that note, get off my line.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Ladies and gentlemen, this is it. It's the ROMELLO MARCELLOUS show. The fly uncle you always wish you had.
Bring them out.
Here to give you every aspect of game from a real player's perspective. It's the biggest boss from business, entertainment, love, and life.
Had to find my inner power.
To fashion, etiquette, and current events.
Major show alert.
All to enhance the happiness already inside you.
Today is about the power of you. Check it out.
You're now rocking with the